Gamerdude 2088, and we're back for another episode of Back to Square 1.1. And today's episode, we're going to talk about preparation. Preparation. What are we preparing for, gamer? On this account currently, the EU account, which we've been doing the Back to Square 1.1 videos on, we are preparing for our first fusion. Look at all these nice monsters. So what are we going to fuse? We're going to fuse one of these Nat 4s, one of these Nat 5s. Yeah, we're going to fuse quite a few monsters to make one of these nice Nat 5s. And the first one we're going to be fusing is Veromos. The Veromos fusion, which we need 4 monsters, it seems here. We got Aragon, the Wind Vampire, Akia, the Fire Succubus, Makeen, the Water Undane, and Kume, the Dark Yeti. So we need all of them awakened, maxed 5-star, so we can make Veromos. And in order to get those monsters, we have Aragon here, Makeen there, and Akia there. So we're gonna need like these other monsters as well. Almost forgot, I wanted to let you guys know how you can get the monsters, because you need these 3 plus Kume to make Vero, but how you get the monsters for these monsters in particular. The monster that's on the end that I'm clicking on here are all 2-star monsters, so you can get them from the magic shop as well as from unknown scrolls. So you can get them in those 2 places, which is pretty cool, as well as secret dungeons if some of those are open there. Secret dungeons is generally the best way to get the 3-star monsters that you'll have. I know this monster in particular you can get from Mah-Lon, I believe. Some of them you can get from some of the scenarios. I believe you get Hamos from Aiden. You can farm that. Let's just check those out real quick to drop info. See, the salamander. Once you awaken him, you can get him here in Mah-Lon. And we got, okay, no, it's not the Water Reaper. The Hamos you can get from the guild shop, to be exact. The guild shop. Let's go in here. Go to the shops. The guild shop. Yeah, you can get him from the guild shop. I was farming the dungeon and didn't get enough pieces, but pretty much you wanna, if you do get points, you want to save the points up for any of the monsters that you get out of the guild shop. You want to save the points up and then buy it all together. Like you got 40 pieces you need. You get 10 pieces for 200, so you're gonna need 800 pieces. You save till you have 800 and then you buy it outright. Don't buy the pieces and waste your guild points and then pull the monster or get the monster in some kind of way, because that just will be very heartbreaking for that to happen. So that's one way you can get those monsters, but mostly secret dungeons are where you're going to get them. And that's kind of where I wanted to touch on for making the Veromos fusion at max 4-star to fuse these monsters. Now, Kume the Dark Yeti you can get from the secret dungeon, and currently right now all elemental dungeons open, so if somebody opens a secret dungeon, you can get that dungeon from that element if you're looking for some of the monsters. So right now is a great time over this weekend for me to farm to get the monsters I need and to ask for certain monsters, but we kind of already have a few. We see I'm already working currently on Kume because we pulled him last weekend, and we got a few of the other monsters as well that's in here. I believe I have some in the storage. I took some and threw them in storage. I know most of these are fusion monsters, as well as the monsters that they give you for your elemental dungeons. But I have a few of the materials, and I've been sort of working on that. It's kind of hard because I know I play my main account, I got other things going on, but just to kind of keep this series going on, because I want to help you guys get a little further into the game. This is what you should be working on next at this point if you've been following so far. And to answer a question that probably will be asked, why not fuse something else, make another monster? Well, I heard making Beretta first is more important than making Veromos. And, that was kind of one of the things that kind of came up, I guess was real controversial in the community when I first started playing, was do you go Beretta before Vero? Now I opt to say Vero because Vero's gonna help you with your giants, your TOA, and your Dragon's progression, and all such extra stuff in the game as you go along. Now, what people was using Beretta first for was for Giants B9, but just like I learned in TMG, who no longer is streaming games or Summoners or anything like that anymore. But when I learned from him when I first started was to go for Vero, because you're gonna just crystal res through Giants B9. You're gonna crystal res, get through that, or unlock B10 and start working on B10. So you'll be spending your time farming B8 until you can get the rooms needed so you can be able to progress over into B10 and not so much as worry about trying to farm B9 Giants, because it's not necessary. You're building basically a win team, and our team for this account is Shimate, Bella, Shannon, Bernard, and right now we're using Konamiya, but we're gonna switch out Konamiya for Veromos because he's just stronger in that in particular area. So once we get Vero together, then we'll be doing that and trying to push higher. Right now we're farming about GB6, and we'll be close to pushing into B7 as we start 5-star the monsters and getting them on stronger runes. Like right now the runes is not all the greatest. We don't have the stats that we're looking for. Getting close. See, I just 5-star Bella. We're gonna probably 5-star Konamiya, but slowly we're gonna just sit back and just keep working on what we have just to see where we can go. We can make it by without 5-star Konamiya, just get Konamiya on some stronger runes, find a slot 5 for Konamiya, and just all around just keep improving the rune quality on the current monsters we're working on, and you guys should be doing the same. Then we have both our farmers here that's just helping everything. I mean, Shimate's pretty good at farming. Will be pretty good at farming as well, but just not exactly what's going on for the account. Then we got a few other monsters that we have laying around, but we're not doing anything with those because they're not helping us progress. Only all of these monsters are our progression, and mostly everything starting from Shannon on down is what we're currently using to move forward in this account. So you kind of want to keep it condensed, something like that. And we generally farm in B5 elements, like B5, I believe, B5 all around. We're going to start pushing higher into the elements a little later. We just need to get the core monsters set and get them ready to move on to that next level in progression. So we should be able to start getting a little further, get more rune drops, power up some of what we have, continue to Devilmon Shimate. I still got to get the Devilmon for this week, so we've been doing that. I already got 3rd skill max. Continue Devilmon him and probably start Devilmoning Kumar next, unless we pull something else that might be better than Kumar for our next level of progression. I mean, Kumar's mostly a PvP monster, but he's an at 5, so he'll probably get the Devilmon next, and unless anything else change. So it's going to be a while before we get there. I wish I would be able to continue to have plenty more content, because like now I have to bust out this Veromos fusion so I can show you guys the next stage in the process and your progression, or where you should be shooting towards, where you should be going to for your account, so we can continue to make this series go long and go strong, so we can get you all into the mid-game level. But this is going to be a pretty short one for now, and if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. Say something on Facebook if you see it there. Happen to catch it on Twitter, say something there, or even Reddit when it gets posted on Reddit. If you have something you want to say, add, or any questions or anything that you want to talk about, just let me know. You can always email me, because that's always in the description yeah, the description box below. I always put all my social media, my email, and everything in the description box below, so you can do that as well. The biggest thing will be to come by to Twitch sometime. Right now, I'm not currently streaming Summoners War. I'm taking a break on the Summoners War streaming, kind of get the frustration that I'm personally having with the game out of me, so I can just go back into helping you guys just like how I have been and doing everything that I can. But that's on another note, and we're not going to get too big on that because it's not about me, it's about you guys and your progression. So this is the Gamer Dude signing out. I will see you guys in another episode of Back to Square 1.1, and deuces.